Happy Sunday, Soonerland, Sooner Nation. Welcome, as always, to the Sooner Surge. Double trouble at you tonight. Appreciate everyone that's already on here. Make sure you hit the like button. It doesn't take much effort or time. A simple click of the button will give us a like, and that goes a long way. So we appreciate that. A lot of things in the chat. I don't know if Ms. Farouk will reveal themselves tonight. That's one thing I've been anticipating the entire day. Looking forward to this moment where Ms. Farouk reveals who it is. Chester has gone ahead and taken himself out of that equation, saying he's a man, he's 46. He is not playing those child games of Mrs. Farouk.
Hey,
what's up, Jay?
A lot of people talking about Freeman, too. Committed today to OSU. Everybody's aware of that. Best of luck to Gavin Freeman. Hope he does well and excels. Won't be playing OU anytime soon, probably.
No, and that's the only reason you can say, I guess, go have a good career there. They're not going to play OU any. It's highly doubtful, unless it's in a playoff. He's going to be behind Presley this year.
Let me get. Grey Gut says Gasso snapped out of her Moser ways tonight. You can't compare the two. That's ridiculous.
She was never in the Moser ways, man. Come on. And they snapped out of a slump in the sixth inning and hit the ball finally. And I hope that propels them.
Out of it, or is that a one-inning wonder?
I think they're snapped out of it, Jay.
Really? One inning?
I think that is the changer of the season.
I was baffled today with Keeney getting pulled and then put back in.
I read Patty Gasso's lips of why she got her back in.
Why?
She went out on the mound. She was talking to Kirsten Dale, and I saw her say this. Bases were loaded, no out. She said, we need a ground ball. She got a drop ball. She was talking about her drop ball and screwball.
Yeah, hey, Sooner fan, it rained all day. You're right. Are you in Jonesboro now? Where'd you end up eating? I didn't know if you were where you were going through Fayetteville or not, but how many
titles does Gasso have? Is it 6 or 7? Are we talking about natties? I think it's 6 or 7, right, Jay?
Yeah.
What are you reaching up there?
I was trying to fix my little thing in my corner of my phone, so.
Okay.
How you feeling?
Yeah. Teresa says 7. Better? I trust Teresa.
How many Epley maneuvers did you do last night, Jeremy?
Okay, first off, I got right off and did the one Epley maneuver. I don't know if it was on the correct side. I did one Epley maneuver and couldn't see. The whole room was spinning. I about puked. Took me 30 minutes to get right. I'm still not there, but I'm a little better today. 7 natties. 8 after this year. Because I think they get it done. Okay? And hey, 405 boy, is that who it was that says this? Something told 405 boy Gavin Freeman was heading to Oklahoma State. I never would have thought Oklahoma State, actually. TU, I thought. Not OSU.
I would not have thought OSU either because of his, OU legacy, man. That's why I wouldn't have thought that, but.
I'm not even going to, I'm going to say one comment about this.
Who cares?
Yes, Kendrick Lamar and Drake. It's childish. Period. End of story. People want to bash Taylor Swift and all the stuff. It's not even close. This is childish. It's child's games. Jeez. I don't even follow the rapping landscape. The only time I rap is Christmas Eve, okay? And in my English class when I'm teaching direct objects. You want to hear that rap? If you do, I'll give it to you. Otherwise, I don't talk about rap.
Eminem's pretty good.
I wrote a mighty fine rap, Jay.
Let me hear it. Let's hear it. Sing it for us. Come on now, let's do it.
Do I really need to?
Yeah, let's hear it.
No one wants to hear my direct object noun rap.
In the chat, do you want to hear it? I bet they all do.
Yeah, SMU would have been a good one.
I bet they all want to hear it, Jeremy. You can't talk like you wrote an awesome rap and then you won't do it. That's weak.
You won't understand it because you don't know English. Hunter knows it.
I know English.
Gary's saying don't do it, Jay. It is actually really good, bud. It's really good.
They want to hear it, Jeremy.
You really want it? Here we go. This is my rap. Do not disturb. To find the DO, you first find the verb. That's right. That's right. That's what you do. You conquer step one. Let's go to step two. You say verb what and then verb whom. That's how you find the DO in Mr. Lust's classroom. Mr. Lust's rap is the main attraction. Remember, if there's a deal, then the verb is an action. But what if the verb is linking? Then we must change this way of thinking. We're no longer looking for the DO. Peeing in the PA, that's our goal. Hope you enjoyed this little song. Remember all that and you'll get none wrong. Word going down. There it is, Jay. You happy?
Wow. Wow, dude.
Bud Bundy, that is an insult. That is an insult, Bud Bundy. Wow.
Thank man.
Vanilla Ice was one of the OGs.
Hey, let's get to some football talk.
Let's do it, Jay.
Hey, I went and watched the Dusty Dvorak interview with Drummond Thune.
Yeah.
It was really good insight, I thought, yeah, greatest ever, Germ. That was great, Germ. They love it. They love it, man. That's right. Need Trap House to listen to that, Germ. Hey, Dusty said a lot of good things on there, I thought.
I know one thing he said.
Have you watched it yet?
No, but I just read a quote that he said about this is the best defense in 13 years that he's seen on paper.
Well, that and they're just Dominic Williams himself, what he does in the middle. Called him an anchor. He's going to anchor the middle. You look at him with Stutzman, Bowman, Woody. I mean, like you said, the amount of talent they have there is second to none in a long time at Oklahoma. And the fact of the matter is, to win a national championship, you have to have really good players in the defensive line in the middle. And I think you can say OU has that with the young guys and with now bringing in a guy that's played. So I think you can say that that's maybe the one thing people were still hesitant with OU. Are they missing out? Or do they not have enough experience on the D-line yet? They got young talent, but they haven't played yet. So now I think you can put all that together and say they have it.
Most collection of talent he has seen in 13 years. Bobby's got the quote there. And it has been the one thing that people have, it's the one thing that people have kind of held over or held with Brent Venables is, hey, give him some time, because right now they just don't have the dudes. They got the dudes. If they don't make it happen now, Jay, he's gone. I mean, it's plain and simple. If it doesn't happen in a few years, he's gone.
Hey, real quick though on Blake's question, I think if you're asking next year under, but if you're asking the guys that are currently on the defense, it'll be a first-round pick. I'm taking the over because I'm taking Dominic Williams, David Stone, Jaden Jack. I mean, all those guys could be first-round picks. You also got, you got other guys that are young. You got Danny Stutzman, Billy Bowman. For first-round picks, I think in there right now, I mean, on defense, man, you put it right at the number, I think. I think 3 is right on. So, Tyler, I don't think he's talking about just next year. I think he's talking
I'm saying in the next few years. If they go 3 or 4 years and not in the playoff, he's gone, bud. I mean, no. Sorry to say.
Hey, Blake says next year, Dominic, Billy, and Stutz. It's going to be hard for a safety to be drafted that high, I think. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think 7 and 5 for 4 years, same thing. Biggest addition. All 3 of those guys are massive additions. And Chester earlier said Dusty's getting those clicks. Yeah, I agree with that a little bit too.
What do you mean?
Just, you never know. A lot of people are saying things, just you're building up momentum. You got to see it first. We haven't seen Dominic Williams in no uniform yet.
I know that, but you kind of know what you're getting. I mean, kind of from him, don't you?
You should.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So.
Exactly. You're right, Sooner fan. You're right.
Yeah, I mean.
Collins watched some tape.
Yeah, that's the big thing I think that we don't talk about a lot of is what it's going to do to those guys. It's going to really open up area for them for making tackles for sure.
I thought it was Dominic Williams.
I say Dominic, but
yeah, I don't know.
Yes,
yeah, Williams is the starter.
Yes.
Right now, I'm going Williams and Terry with Jackson and Stone as the backups and Halton. Those guys.
Well, it depends if they do a 3 or 4 down lineman.
They're going to go 6 or 8 deep in that D line. Yes.
Hey,
yeah.
Dolby, I think could have a massive year.
I do too.
If you go back to last year, early on, he wasn't doing a whole lot, wasn't playing a whole lot, right? I mean, he was playing some, but he wasn't making an impact like he was later on. I think another year in the offseason with him, I think he's going to have an unbelievable year.
Oh, yeah. What a JUCO guy they got in Kendall Dolby.
I love the JUCO.
It's funny because everyone wanted Dom McKinley. We got the Dom we needed.
There you go. Yeah. I don't know what Chief said that disagreed with. But
Chief said BV's got 5 or 6 years. I don't think so.
Yeah,
that's right. Our second D lineman is better than what we've had in the past.
I wouldn't disagree with that, really.
Did you see Rondell Bothroyd signed by the Bills?
I did not see that. That's great. Jimmy, yes. If they make the tournament, he'll be, I mean, that's my opinion.
Lori, it's brutal. It's brutal, Lori. I can only lay on one side.
Do you still have it?
If I lay on the bad side, I have it. The whole room starts spinning.
I don't know if Tennessee will be ranked number 1. I will say that the SEC is loaded, as they always are in baseball.
I didn't see what Ron's saying, but I didn't see that. Maybe you did, Jay. Kim. Hey, Kim. Let's make sure you guys are hearing me correctly. I don't know if I'm lagging or what. Listen, BV's not going anywhere because I think they're making a playoff in the next 2 years. I said, with all this talent, if they still can't get it done in 3 years into the playoff, he should be questioned. That's all I said.
Yeah, Colin, watching some more film, says he can destroy one-on-one matchups. In 2023, destroys Kelvin Banks Jr. in empowerment. Hey, the dude's 320. You're not moving him. You're not moving.
Not moving him. One guy's not.
So I think what Dusty said at one point, which I thought was really good, was the fact that that a lot of the runs in college football are the zones, inside zones, and that's what he will just eat up. I did not see the odds. Did you see the odds, Jerm?
I have not seen the odds, Blake. Am I still a robot? Someone said Jerm 3.
No, you haven't been a robot.
Ron, I agree. The high school boys team would probably destroy him. But I'm not going to. High school and WNBA, I don't know what the original thing was. R2, J2, and Germ 3PO. I like that.
Yeah, that is true, Chester. They seem to play better when they're the underdog.
I hope OU's way unexpected.
Yeah, this is listen, I think.
Agreed.
In 3 years, what he's done recruiting-wise, I mean, listen, Bob Stoops in 3 years. He got the Natty his second year. You can't argue it. But I would say those first few years with Bob Stoops, they weren't bringing in just absolute beast. I mean, you think about a lot of that 2000 team, they had some really good players on there. Unbelievable. But I wouldn't say there were 5 stars all over that field. Or 4, I mean, they had a lot of guys that were kind of undervalued that panned out really well. What Venables has done in 3 years with the recruiting is pretty remarkable with where they were defensively. And that's what I'm saying is defense, you know?
Yeah, and I'm with 4 or 5. Look, I've been saying 9-3 playoff. That's what I've been saying. Now they added Dominic Williams. They added Hickman. I may go as close to 10-2, but I'm still saying they're making the playoffs regardless. 9-3, 10-2. 8-4 is a major disappointment this year, guys.
Real quick, I want to get a trivia, and then I got a question to ask. I think it's a good question. Okay, so trivia tonight, sponsored by Fanstop, fanstop.com. Go check them out. Use code SURGE. You'll get 10% off your first 3 months. Make sure you use code SURGE to get that. Also, there's a link in the description. You can sign up for a giveaway for a polo or a quarter zip jacket. So check that out. Here we go. Trivia. All right. Baseball today gets a sweep over Texas Tech. When was the last time Texas Tech got swept at home? What year? It was all over Twitter today. You probably saw it. But what year was it? Jerm, did you happen to see this on Twitter or not?
No, but I did hear it in a softball game. If Pickering had not gone deep there and OU would not had a home
That
run,
was going to be the trivia. Yeah.
it would have been first time since 2007.
Have not seen the answer yet.
Neither have I.
See it. Let me know if you see it, Hunter.
I want to know about Ms. Farouk. We started talking about Kendrick Lamar and Drake. I'm going to bring in another rapper. His name's Eminem. Will the real Slim Shady or real Ms. Farouk please stand up? Bobby Wiley got the answer.
Bobby Wiley, 2011. Good job, Bobby. All right, let me get to my question. Okay.
I thought that was your question.
No, that was a trivia question. But
All
I wanted
right.
to bring up something. What's more important, culture or brand?
Don't they go hand in hand, Jay?
You hear it said a lot. Culture's better than brand. What do you think?
Define brand for me, Jay.
You don't know what brand is?
I'm not the only one.
The OU brand? I mean,
Jumpman?
Sooner fan says brand.
Culture's not. That's not even a question.
Why is that not a
Come
question?
on.
Tyler says brand has always won.
I don't care.
What do you say?
Culture.
What do you say?
I say what Greg God's point is. Miami would be winning every year if it's brand.
I agree, but I think it's an interesting point. I see a lot of people that argue that. No.
No one can even define what. Tell me what brand is. I'll give you 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Well, Jeremy, what are the top brands of appliances? Do you know?
Yeah.
Why do you go buy an appliance? Is it the name on it? Probably a lot of times it is.
No, it's how cheap it is off Marketplace. Okay, I'm a school
please.
teacher.
Please, you know what brand is. Come on.
So what's OU's brand? The OU brand?
OU is a blue-blooded football. The brands, OU, like I think Bobby said, it gets you in the door. And I think that's a good way to put it. If you don't have the brand, it's hard to get people in the door. Am I wrong?
You're correct there.
So
is that more important than culture?
I'm asking what's more important.
Obviously, culture is, because if it was brand, OU would have dominated during the John Blake years. They would have dominated all the time if they had the brand.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting. We don't have to talk about it very long. That's fine.
I like it, Jay, in some areas, I guess. But so let's say top 10 college football brands. Who are they?
Top 5.
Bama, Notre Dame, OU, yeah, Ohio State would have to be on there, Jay. There's more than 5. I don't think Georgia's a brand.
Hey, real quick.
What about Georgia's brand, Jay?
Hey, Greg got it. I only said that because I was trying to get him to understand brand. I know it's something. You can't compare it.
Jay, is Georgia? Because I don't think the Georgia brand is necessarily big. Michigan is.
This is what Nebraska, that brand's kind of went bye-bye, hasn't it?
No, their culture's gone bye-bye, but their brand's still there. Nebraska's brand. Come on, Jay. You see that N on that helmet, dude? Everyone knows Nebraska. Nebraska.
Yeah, I think the point is
Nebraska.
The point is you got to have a combo of both. I think they obviously help each other out, but Bobby says Bama, Notre Dame, Michigan, Ohio State, OU would be his top 5. It's pretty good.
Can't argue with those. Can't argue with those at all, Jay.
Yeah. I don't
There's
know.
some non-negotiables, and those all 5 may be non-negotiables.
Let me ask another question.
Bring it, Jay. Give me another
little
one.
bit different.
Are we going to talk about, hey, wait, washer and dryer brands or mattresses? You asked me. I'm here for it. Mattress Brothers is down the road.
We're getting off the brand subject. I want to ask you this. More important position in college football, quarterback or defensive tackle?
Quarterback.
Really?
Yes.
You cannot, I mean,
outside of Michigan last year, quarterbacks win the Natties, period.
Jeremy,
end of story.
Jeremy, name a team in the last 10 years that's won a national championship without pretty really good defensive tackles out
there. And name one that hasn't won with good quarterback play. Like
that's why I said they're both. That's what I'm saying. But
well, I mean, you go back to the teams that have won.
I don't think Stetson Bennett's an all-world quarterback, my personal opinion.
He's not all-world, but he was an exceptional college quarterback. Absolutely good quarterback play. Jay, Michigan, name one of their defensive tackles. Go.
I didn't watch Michigan this year.
I'll wait. You won't be able to name one.
That's because the quarterbacks get all the talk, Jeremy.
For OU, the only reason OU was ever in the playoff, ever even mentioned in those big-time games was quarterback play.
But they never
wasn't because of their defense.
Why didn't they win one, Jeremy?
Well, they had some issues, Jay.
So you just answered the question for me. Why haven't they won one?
They didn't play well in 3 of them. 2 of them.
They had the best quarterback 3 years in a row, did they not?
They did, Jay, and that's why they were there.
Anything, did they?
No, they didn't win the game, Jay.
Okay.
Jeez, it's quarterback.
Hey,
if they'd had Jackson Arnold last year, they'd have been in the playoff.
Oh, here we go.
Want me to start that?
Every time, dude. Every time.
Oh, man. I do think defense wins championships, but you got a good quarterback play.
Cracker Mac, I think it was a combo of both. I think Stetson Bennett was not a 5-star quarterback, but he was really good, and he made big plays when they needed it. But their defensive line was unbelievable. So
I'll take both, Jay. Big Orange trying to get me upset here.
Hey, Teresa said, was there ever a first-round draft choice that was a defensive tackle? There's been a lot.
Tommy Harris.
Jeremy, you want to answer Big Orange?
Was Gerald McCoy first round?
Yes. Number 3 pick.
Was he that high, Jay?
Yes.
Number 3.
I believe he was number 3 pick.
Chief, I would imagine we are done in the portal. Yes. It's closed.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. Yeah, Tristan Haynes.
That'd be a good get.
Tristan Haynes would be good. Carl Albert's going to be really good again, even though Sperry's gone.
Yeah, that's right, Bobby. That's what I'm saying. That team was loaded. That team, probably the team that should have won a Natty was the team that lost to Florida. I mean, that team.
Yes.
Loaded.
Yeah, Tyree, I agree. Scary without Gabriel.
Yeah, a lot of D-line have gone first pick. I don't know if Teresa was just asking OU or just in general.
Hey, Jay, I know that Dylan Gabriel was on Sooner Scoop, last week? They were talking about how good it would be if it was OU Oregon. Can you imagine?
Would you love that?
Well, I would love a chance. That would hopefully mean we're in the playoff if Oregon is then. And Dylan Gabriel doesn't scare me, so yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah, that team was loaded.
Why are we getting ads?
I have no clue. DG's headed to New York, Jeremy.
I agree. DG's headed to New York. He's
Sure.
going to go there and support Jackson Arnold. I would be headed there too. He's a great supporter of JA. He'll be there in attendance.
Better chance of going to New York next year, DG or Jackson Arnold, percentage-wise?
Well, going into the season, it's going to be DG until a few games are played. I'm with Todd. I don't think DG makes it to the season as a starter. I think there's going to be an injury. Dante Moore is going to come in and not give the job up, Jay.
Colin, listen, the Butkus, I think last year, if he doesn't get injured, I think there's a good chance he fights to win that award. I think this year, yeah, he can win the Butkus. He might get screwed. I don't know. A lot of it depends on, I think a lot of it, unfortunately, also depends on how your team does in these award stuff. So OU's got to be really good defensively and really good. If they are, he's going to be up there to win it. If they have a really good defensive year and he's the leader of the defense, he's going to be up there.
Yeah. Jay, I haven't seen Sooner Legend podcast on here.
I haven't either. Eric, I don't know if Eric's been busy.
Mrs. Farouk, will you please stand up? Please stand up. I thought you were going to reveal yourself tonight.
Doesn't look like they are, Jeremy. You're disappointed, aren't you?
Well, I was just hoping to get an answer to that question, Jay.
I agree.
Jay, right now, who do you want as your quarterback at OU right now this year?
Well, I want Jackson Arnold.
If DG was still there, who would you want?
DG's not at Oklahoma. I don't talk about
I said if he was still there, who would you want?
DG is not
You
at
can't
Oklahoma.
answer it. You can't answer it. Neither
Why
can
would
Hunt.
I answer it?
Jeez.
He's at Oregon. I could care less, dude.
If he wasn't, I wouldn't want him as a starter.
Dude, you wake up every morning thinking about Dylan Gabriel. It's unbelievable.
Actually, I don't. I'm just trying to prove a
come
point.
on.
Anyone who thinks
talk about it. Why?
we'd be in great hands as a backup quarterback. It'd be unreal. Our
Do
backup.
you know why Dylan Gabriel left?
He knew he wouldn't be playing, Jay.
Because Jackson Arnold's there. It's Jackson Arnold's team this year. So why are we talking about who it would be, Jeremy?
Absolutely, Jay. Thank you.
Why are we talking about it?
Thank you. Hey, one thing I do think we're going to tell, yeah, Jay should run for office. He's a politically correct guy. He won't ever say anything else. Count on it. What if you want to get done smooth as butter, right down the middle? Jay straddles the fence all the time. He's just a straddler of the fence. Kim.
How am I straddling the fence? Because I don't want to talk about a guy that left Oklahoma.
Hey, Kim.
Are we not? Why aren't we talking about Freeman the whole show? He's gone.
Freeman didn't play. Kim, I would say this. One thing you have here in your comment that I love, I think we're going to notice the hitting a receiver in stride, especially out of the flat. Maybe we're going to get more yards on those plays. You won't be able to see it a lot, but those who really watch the game will say, wow, it's just getting out there quicker and it's hitting them in stride. I think we'll notice those.
Hey, Jet, if you want me to answer, who would I start? Gabriel Jackson Arnold? I'd start Jackson Arnold. I just don't want to talk about it. That's all I'm saying.
What's that? What's that? Yes. Hey, Sooner Surgeaholics. Sounds like next season of Dancing with the Stars, Jay's going to be a special tap dancer on there.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Job, Jay.
Sure. No, I didn't see that, Jackson. That's interesting, though.
I did not see that, Jackson. I'm ready to see Thompson. I hope he's healthy. He didn't play in the spring game. That's going to – there is one risk we talked about with Jackson Arnold, a big risk. He's going to take them. He's going to take the risks.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you have a better defense, you can do that.
Yeah, Stubby, this is a good point. I think over the last probably 5 years, you've seen the amount of linebackers drafted early is going down. But the best linebacker in college is going to be drafted high. So if you're one of the best, you'll be drafted high. His measurables are good. So
I got OKC in 6.
That's what I got.
I think Dort goes on Doncic. I think Jay will on Kyrie.
Hey,
Hey,
let me
and then
say
I
this.
want to see Dort versus Ant-Man, okay? I'm all here for Dort versus Ant-Man.
Hey, Ant-Man, he might be the best player.
Since MJ.
I mean, a lot of people are talking about these other guys, but man, Ant is unbelievable.
His game is old school game too. Fadeaway.
It's his shooting's better than I thought he had.
I want to see Dort shut down Ant-Man though.
It'd be great.
Yeah, running backs, you don't even need draft running backs anymore. Heck, Dallas goes get Zeke Elliott back. I'm done with them.
Dallas Cowboys, they puked down their leg again this offseason.
They do it every offseason, Jay.
Yes,
OU
softball won today, 8-2, a big 6th inning. Jerm, are they off it? Are they gonna? Is the hitting coming around?
Jay, I sent you. You saw the text message. I said everyone else better. I used the biblical illusion. Everyone else in the postseason better start building the ark. The floodgates are open. OU Sooner softball found something in that inning. I think it's going to translate into the postseason. Watch out. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it was a big win for Oklahoma today because, quite frankly, when it was 2-0 OU and then they allowed 2 runs to tie it up 2-2 with the bases loaded, no out, and they got out of it. Carly Keeney deserves a standing ovation for today. I mean, does she start some in the postseason now? I think maybe you got to consider that, man.
You have to, Jay.
She's got a lot of experience.
Must. Chuck, that was probably a little bit of a stretch. His game is very much like that. He's not going to MJ's always going to be the GOAT. He's my favorite player of all time. I'm not a LeBron fan, okay? Kobe, yes, I give the guy respect. I'm not a LeBron fan, never have been. I'm going to say that he's outside the top 5, maybe top 10 of all time, okay? That's my opinion. Personal opinion.
Mark,
can't shoot.
You can't put them ahead of Texas.
No, but they're ahead of OU.
They probably will be, yeah. What's absurd? What are we saying is absurd, Bobby?
My LeBron take. LeBron can't shoot. It's not absurd.
Where would you rank LeBron overall?
Okay, top 5. If I'm going top 5, that's absurd. I'll give you 5 ahead of him right now. MJ's sitting at 1. No one ain't touching him. Okay? Kobe's there. There's 2. In my opinion, I've got Kareem and Larry Bird above.
Jerm, LeBron or Bird? Come on.
What?
LeBron or Bird?
You watched Bird growing up.
I don't like LeBron. I'm not
even close, Jay.
I agree.
Jason, LeBron wouldn't have lasted 6 years against the bad boys in Detroit.
Hey, listen,
they planned things to hit MJ, and he didn't sit there and whine.
I'll say this: MJ and Kobe 1-2. I think the argument should be MJ or Kobe more than it is MJ or LeBron.
There's no argument. It's MJ. Period on anything.
There is no argument, Jerm. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the people that argue. Here's the day. If you ask the NBA players of this time frame, they all talk about LeBron because that's who they grew up watching. They didn't watch MJ.
I agree, but I don't have Duncan Chester in my top 5, but I will give you this. Tim Duncan's one of the most underrated players of all time. The guy was special. There's Dr. J could be up there. Magic. Those are all old school. If you're going to go new school guys, I would say probably in the last 10 years, Jay, KD, but KD's with LeBron. But if you want to go by strictly ability,
I don't give anybody credit if they have to go play on a dream team to win a championship. And both of them is what happened.
Then you can't give LeBron credit.
Hey, is Oklahoma City going to win the whole thing? Listen.
Yes.
I think if they can stay away from Denver, I think if they play Minnesota and then, I mean, who knows on the East? The East is weak, but Knicks may come out of the East. I mean, they could win the whole dang thing.
Bobby, you said mine's absurd, but I have the exact same as you, except I don't have LeBron in there. I got Larry Bird. I got Larry. Softball plays Thursday against the winner of Kansas Houston. Okay.
Yeah, and
Friday they would then play Bedlam matchup or BYU. Saturday's the Ship.
Yeah, that's right. Correct. That is right. It'll be here, and then Selection Sunday next Sunday. So Bobby says LeBron not in the top 5 was the absurd part.
Look, here's the beautiful thing, Bobby. No matter what, it's all opinion. Whether you rank someone in the top 10, top 20, across the board, it's just opinions.
Yeah, that's silly talk, Jerm.
What's silly talk?
Between 1 and 20 is opinion. I mean, come on.
I'm saying, if I'm going to talk about my top 10 or say these guys are 11 through 20, I mean.
I'm just saying opinions to some extent, but you know the top 10 or 20. I mean.
Great movie. Was that White Chicks, Jay, the name of that movie?
I have no clue.
Maybe.
No clue.
Braun not top 2 is absurd? Wow. Sorry, Kobe. Kobe's ahead of LeBron. If Kobe's 5, LeBron's 6. If Kobe's 12, LeBron's 13, okay? He will always, just like Jay, when we played trumpet, he was always a chair behind me. Just like a race, he's 5 seconds behind me. Just like 3-point shooting, he's 3 shots behind me. It's just the way he is. But he's usually stuck on the fence straddling it. So,
as you say, it's opinions, and your opinions are wrong. So,
best center is Wilt Chamberlain.
Shaq, listen, I like
Kareem
Shaq.
Abdul's number 2, Shaq's 3rd.
I think Shaq, I mean, it was just because of how big he was. I mean, yeah, he was dominant, but I don't have him up there.
Yeah, Jet, I'm with you. Take Bird all day. Just go, if you haven't watched Bird much, go watch some of the old stuff. The dude's insane.
Would he be able to stop LeBron, Jerm?
I'm not talking defense. It's not offensive players.
So are you talking one-on-one on these guys or just the way they play with the team?
I'm talking about best all-around players, Jay. Bird can go down low. He can pass. LeBron can pass great. LeBron cannot shoot a 3. His shots messed up.
Messed up. He's in the NBA, dude.
He does not have a smooth stroke, Jay. Come on.
Wow. Messed up. Okay.
Would you consider LeBron James a smooth 3-point shooter?
That's not his game.
Thank you. He's not an all-around.
Oh, jeez.
What's up, Shaylee? Best centers: Kareem, Wilt, Shaq, Akeem Robinson. Can't argue with that. Dave Robinson was great.
Topic, but
I don't know. We've gone a while tonight on
Ron
it, Jay.
thinks it's rigged.
I heard that the NBA wants out of the NBA. Is that true, Ron?
Well, we didn't find out tonight who Miss Farouk was.
Maybe tomorrow night, guys. We'll be on a hold again, but you got the Big 12 championship this week. That's big. I'm ready to see Dom on campus. I'm ready for summer workouts to get started. All that stuff.
I agree. Ready for it to happen. Nobody's mentioned Curry. Dalpost just mentioned him.
Yeah. Well, hey, big time win for the Sooners today. Baseball team's playing pretty well. Softball may have found something in that sixth inning. I think they did, and we'll see what happens in the Big 12 championship tournament. Hit the like before you get off here, and we'll be back on tomorrow, same time, 9:30, Jay.
Yep. Have a good Monday. Stay safe out there with the storms.
Have a good Monday.